Hello everybody, I'm Hui. For today, we're going to be talking about the truth of expired food. Let's start with it. Do you ever wonder, is actually the food you're going to eat still good or not? Usually, when we look at packaged food, usually they will have the date on to on what time should you use it and what time is it expired. But is it actually still good even when it's past the date? Well, in the past, people have always predict the quality of the food by their senses, their smell, their touch, and their looks too. So when imagine you look at an apple, you could touch it. If there's a slimy odor in it, then actually it is not good. You could also look at it. Are there any odors on, or are there any rotten places? And you could smell it. Smell if there's a bad taste. Like if you're smelling an egg and you see that, ooh, it smells so bad, and you actually know that it's expired. But since the markets kind of adopt foods that are packaged, this is starting to become a bad solution. Well, people then starts to always rely on the dates on the food. But the most important thing here is that every year, annually, about two about 320,000 tons of food are wasted. But 20% of it are from different households. And they know that, and according to the places where they record the foods are still, some of them are still edible. So, how could they get tricked so easily? Well, the truth of it is that on these kind of packaging food, you could see that there's a part where they told you the expired date. And you must notice the difference between best by and best to use by and used by. So you see, on the food, there's a word that is like best to use by, then or best if used. Then it means that actually it's not the expired date, but but different companies they've adopted this and starts to lower the amount of date so that the food will have the optimum freshness and people would come for more. But if you see on the food, on the packaging, is a word used by, and that means that past that date and there you go, the food is unedible. Is inedible. So that's something really easy, right? But you must actually know that there's also a one that is sell by or produced by. And that is the date where they got put on the place or where they got produced. So, what is the solution for this? People could actually start to identify it using like best to use by and used by as a better way to predict it. Also, some grocery stores have actually encouraged consumers to predict the food by themselves by removing packaging away from fruits or packaging away from others things. But also, sometimes you must know that there's some time where you're better safe than sorry. Also, sometimes salads that are just salad that are already made can easily got bacteria inside, and also as well as deli meat. So be careful of that because they could easily get rot. And you must really know that canned food has a very long lifetime. As long as it doesn't bump or rust out, it's still safe to eat. Those kinds of eggs could be used for about 5 weeks or less. And that's a lot. But still, I hope that you could identify edible food by using your own sense. The sense of touch, smell, look, or if they have a symbol, then eat it. But just so you know, be careful when using your mouth to predict food because you could easily get a disease from it. But so I think that already with the skills that you already have, you will know if the food it should be in your tummy or in the compost bin. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for listening and goodbye.